Hello friends, welcome to Trigoma Academy. So in our ongoing ServiceNow GRC series, this is the lecture number 8 and in this series we are going to discuss the policy exception. Okay, so this lecture will be the last lecture in term of the policies. Okay, so today we will finish the one application under the GRC, which is the policy and compliances. Okay, we have learned all things policy, how to create a policies, what are the control objective issues. Okay, and the control cycle, issue cycle, indicators, indicator templates, each and everything we have discussed in detail. Okay, so this will be the last lecture, and in this lecture we are discussing the most important and the last method, which is the policy exception. Okay, so as you can see in a slide, what is the policy exception in ServiceNow GRC? So this is the agenda of today. Okay, so let's quickly start. That lecture will be no so long. Okay, we are just, this is a small topic but very useful in ServiceNow GRC while we are working on any organization for the GRC perspective. Okay, so let me quickly start. Okay, so if you still not subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel and share with your colleagues. And in meantime, if you are not watch my last videos, okay, so please go to the ServiceNow GRC playlist, which is free of cost, available on my YouTube channel. Please watch the uh, past videos, which will help you a lot to get a better understanding with respect to the ServiceNow GRC. Okay, so let's quickly start. What is policy exception in GRC? Okay, so as a word you can understand from the exceptions means the relaxation. Okay, so basically we can say it is an exception for a particular person or the entity for the certain duration of time. Okay, as per the define. Okay, so but as an official, if we are going to the definition, if interviewer will ask you what is the policy exception, then you need to define in like way, like policy exception is a relaxation for a particular person or the entity against a control objective or issue or any policy. Okay, so it can be any type of exception. Okay, so now here I put a one definition, very basic definition for your explanation, for your understanding purpose. A policy exception is a method, okay, for maintaining a policy but allowing an individual or entity for one or more restrictions. Okay, let's say we as an organization we have a certain information policies, right? But a vendor is unable to meet, so that means it is up to the organization to decide that the risk of making the exception is greater than the loss that may occur if you refuse to do the business with that vendor or not. Okay, so it's again depending upon us, because these information security is applicable for our in-house employees. Okay, for the organization employee, but that is a vendor, so it is depending upon the organization, they want to accept that vendor or not. If they want to accept, if they want to set an exception for those vendors who are the outsider, then we can set an exception. So basically it is a relaxation. In this example, what I mean to say, that there is a one, let's assume there is a one policy where all employees needs to compliance and follow that policy, but there is a one exception for the outsider means the vendors. Okay, so we can say raise a policy exception for certain duration. Okay, we will in the demonstration part. Okay, in the demonstration part I will show you how to raise a request, okay, for the policy exception, and what are the basic things we need to raise a policy exception. So nothing else, this is the one small topic which I want to discuss with you. Let's go to my personal development instance, and as usual I'm going to show you how can we do the policy exception. Okay, so let's go to my personal development instance. Hello friends, this is my personal development instance. So as we learn about the policy exception, now I am going to demonstrate you the policy exception workflow, how the policy exception is working. Okay, so in the personal development instance, in the navigation bar, you need to search the policy exception in the left side navigation. Okay, once you search the policy exception, the policy exception applications will be enabled to you. Like under the policy exception, you can see the overview. Okay, in the overview it will open a one dashboard where you can monitor all over exceptions, okay, related to the policies and controls and the control objectives according to the priorities, according to the active. So you can see on my personal development instance, policy exception overview dashboard is open. Okay, here I can track the active policies exception, policy exception by priority, policy exception by policies, or I mean we can also customize this dashboard as per our business need. Okay, so like you are a like manager of GRC, or you want to track the daily update of the policy exception, then you can easily track and get an overview of the entire policy exception through a single window. Okay, so but our concern today, we are going to learn how can we ensure, how can we understand the policy exception. So basically, except policy exception is a relaxation, okay, relaxation of for any particular person or the entity, okay, against the any control or any policy or any issue. Okay, so in the last lecture we have discussed how can we indicator are monitoring the control, and those indicator result, if the indicator result is fail, then it will trigger a issue automatically. Okay, so let me open the control. So this is the control, guys. Okay, this is the control number 21486. Okay, and the control name is policy breakdown of the policy Trigoma GRC. Okay, if you don't know how to create the controls, how to generate the controls, how to create the policies, control objective, then again I am requesting you, then please go to the last videos and watch those videos, which will give you the better understanding of the GRC platform. Okay, so come to the point. uh, this is the control. Okay, this is the control. Okay, so currently this is in a complaint state. Okay, complaint in state, because you can see there is no active issue is exist. Okay, there is no active issues exist, all issues are closed complete. That means all issue has been fixed and closed successfully. So that's why this control is in the complaint state. As you know, if the control is in non-complaint state, that means if there is any issue is active. Okay, so in the indicator, you can see I have attached the two indicator. One is the indicator demo and the indicated Trigoma indicator demo. So what I will do, if I will execute this indicator, okay, it will create a indicator task. Okay, and if we set as an indicator task as the result fail, then it will automatically trigger the case means, sorry, issue. It will automatically trigger the issue. If the issue is open, then the state will automatically change with the complaint state. Okay, because this scenario I have already explained in the last two videos under the indicator templates and the issue life cycle. Okay, so I hope I am expecting that you are familiar with this flow. So now we are going to learn about the exception. That means we are applying the exception for this particular control for certain duration. Let's say for 2 days I am applying the exception for this control. Like if the issue is open, but the complaint state should not be changed. Okay, complaint state should not be changed. That means we are providing a relaxation. We are providing the relaxation against this control for particular control. Then how to do that? Now our policy exception topic is coming. So here I am going I need to click on a all policy exception. When I click on the all policy exception, okay, I need to click on the new, because I am creating a new policy exception for a one particular control. What is the control name? Control name is a breakdown of policy GRC. Okay, so here what we need to do, I am just providing the name. Okay, policy exception demo for control. Let me copy the control number for your understanding, so that we have a, okay, so I am just putting the control number. We are providing the policy exception. So next what we need to do, we also need to define a reason. Okay, so let's say this is a fix unavailable. Okay, in the justification I am just providing the same text as a policy exception demo. Okay, so here you can see in the source we can define the exception for policy, control objective, controls and issue. It is according to our requirement how we are providing the exception. So if I select the policy, it will ask me to select the policy. If I will select the control objective, then it will ask the policy and the control objective. If I will select the issue, then it will ask me the issue number. Okay, and the policy and control objective. Currently I am applying the exception for particular control. Then I am selecting the control. So when I select the control, it is not asking, it is just saying select control from impacted control list. So in the related list, after the submission of the related list, under the impact control, we need to add the control where we want to do the exception. Okay, so I hope it is very clear to you. Okay, and every policy exception has a proper cycle. One is the new, analyze, review, awaiting approval, approved and close. Similar as a control, we also have a proper policy exception life cycle. So and the policy is going one by one to the next stage. Okay, currently this is in a new state because we did not submit it. Okay, so let's say, okay, I define the source as a control. I am providing the schedule. So I am providing the schedule, like I want to schedule this from today. Okay. Let's say, yeah, I am providing from today to for next, like third, next Sunday. Okay. For next 2 days. Okay. So for next 2 days, this is a policy exception for this control. Okay. So now what I am going to do, I am just submitting it. Okay. So but before that, I need to copy this, the number. So I submitted the policy exception. Okay. So one policy exception request has been raised. Now I am see, if I will again check in the policy exception, you can see this is a policy exception already raised. Sorry, this is the wrong, I copied it. So requester name is a Trigoma GRC. Okay, it is not showing. So let me apply the filter. Let me apply the filter as created on today. Okay, so I'm going to apply the filter as created on today. So it will show the policy exception which we just raised. Okay, so you can see this is the policy exception we raised for a particular control. You can see the name, this is the policy control for this. So this is the PER 000201. This is the policy exception which we recently added. So you can see currently this is in a new state. Okay, now what I need to do, because under the impact control I need to add the control for which we want to apply the exception. Okay, so before the exception I need to copy the control, okay, here, and I am just applying the control. Okay, so where is the, let me copy the name. Instead of that, I am just searching it. So as you can see, when I search by name, this is the control which is visible to me. Okay, so I just select this control and adding it. Okay, so I add under the impacted control. So this policy exception, I'm guys again repeating the same, this policy exception is valid from this date to this date. Okay, for next 2 days this exception will be applicable for which control, this control which I have added under the impacted control. Okay, so here the next stage will be the request approval. So once I click on the request approval, it will go to the approval state. Okay, so here we need to select the approval. Approval group is automatically populated because the one assignment rule is running behind it. Okay, so now I need to select the approval. So let's say I am selecting a one approval. This is the there is no approval is showing here. Just a minute. I don't think in this assignment group we have approvals, but let me check it. Okay, give me a minute please. So approval group is the compliance manager. Actually earlier that there is no member in this group. Now I have added a one user here. Okay, one GRC user. So I have added Rob Woodburn here. I set as a approver. Okay, I set as a approver and I will request the review. Okay, I will request the review. Now you can see this is in the analyze state. When I click on the request compliance review, so it will go to the providing the risk rating. So we need to provide the risk rating view before it. So let's say I am providing the low risk here and I am submitting for the review. Now this exception will go to the review state. As you can see, this request is go to the review state. Okay, now after the reviewing, what we need to do, after the reviewing we need to approve the reviewer. Once we approve it, once the Rob Woodburn approve the request, then it will go to the next level. Okay, so now I am going to impersonate as Rob Woodburn. Okay, so now I have impersonate as Rob Woodburn. Okay, Rob Woodburn, I have impersonated as Rob Woodburn and I approve. See, you can see I approved this. After the approval, the request is automatically go to the approved state. Okay, so now you can see the state is approved. Now I am ending the impersonation. Okay, I am ending the impersonation. And now I am again reloading the same page. You can see the state is automatically changed. State is automatically changed to the Woodburn. Sorry, state is automatically changed to the review state. Okay. Sorry, not review state. It is guys loading. So the request should be go to the approve state. So let's wait. What is the state? So as you can see, the state now after the approval from Rob Woodburn, state is going to be approved. Okay, so as you can see now, this exception, this policy exception is applicable for this control. Which control? This control for up to 2 days. Duration is a 2 days. Now I'm go to the again this state. Now you can see the exempt option is automatically enabled to the it's automatically check and enable. Okay, that means the policy exception is applicable and complaint state. Okay, so let's say now I am going to execute the indicator. So let's me execute the indicator. Okay, once I execute the indicator, it will generate the case. Okay, the task is generated automatically. So now what I am going to do, I am going to complete the task. Okay, now I am going to complete the task, my indicator task. Okay, now once I will I am going to reject the task. Okay, so if I will reject the task, that means fail the task. Okay, if I will set as a fail. Okay, and after the failing of the task, it will raise a ticket. Okay, close. Okay, and status is fail. Now I am updating it. Okay, so indicator task is failed. Okay, indicator task is failed, and now you can see it will generate automatically a result. So if I will refresh here, you can see earlier 4 records are there. Now the fifth one, just a few seconds ago, this fifth result is indicator result is generated automatically. Now if I will refresh this, okay, now I will refresh this, you can see one issue is already exist. Okay, this new issue is created. Okay, this new issue is created, but you can see control state is still in complaint state because the exempt is enabled for this policy exception is working for next 2 days. Okay, after 2 days, if the issues exist, this automatically set to the non-complaint state. This automatically set to the non-complaint state. So this is how you can see how it is working on the control. Okay, how can we apply the policy exception? So I have explained very easy language. Okay, how the policy exception is working. Okay, we have defined a one control. Okay, if the issues exist, in the last video if you can see, if the issues exist or the indicated task is failed, it's automatically created an issue. If the issue is still open state, that means the control is a non-complaint state. Control is a non-complaint state. But now what we did, we apply the one policy exception for this control. Okay, and now this is in the complaint state. Okay, because still issue is open, but this is still is complaint state because this policy exception is working for next 2 days. Okay, I hope it is very clear to you how the policy exception is working and how the policy exception life cycle and approval is going on and how can we request a approval. Okay, so there are a two way to raise a policy exception from a service portal and the classic view. So it is up to the requirement and it is up to the organizational structural how we are defining the approval. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Okay, if you like the series, if you like this lecture, please share with your colleagues and friends who wants to learn the service now. So in this lecture we have covered the entire policy module. We have learned policy exception in this lecture. In few last few videos we have learned what is policy, what is control objective, what are the issues. Okay, what is indicator, what is indicator task and life cycle. So each and everything I have covered in a very broad way, so everyone, beginner, intermediate and advanced level person, all can understand the GRC in very easy language. Okay, so I am again requesting you, please subscribe and share with your colleagues. Thank you friends.